It's officially week number 2 on the pond dig, and it's starting to get pretty lonely doing this drive all by myself. No family here to help.
Dad, what are you talking about?
I got the backup here today. My daughter is here. She's gonna help do some filming, right? Week number 2 officially has begun. Let's see if we can finish this week. What do you think? Can we finish? Now that you're here, we can finish. Oh, babe? Oh, no. We haven't got our 2 weeks. We haven't had our 2 weeks. He needs Danny when? 2 weeks is 2 weeks. Oh man, gotta get this done, gotta get this done. All right, well, we are running out of time with Danny, so we've gotta finish this pond. Oh man, we gotta get rolling today. I'm gonna go find Danny and get this project moving. I was up early this morning working on the videos and the podcast, and I heard it was raining. So it's been raining all morning. Do you think it's gonna look like a pond?
I don't know.
Are we gonna have water?
Maybe.
You wanna bet? Bet cookies for lunch that there's a pond there?
No.
I'm betting there's some water. Let's see. Oh, big bucks, no whammies. Anything? Aww.
So, what do I get?
Womp womp. You didn't bet me. Gotta actually put your money where your mouth is. You could have had cookies for lunch. Oh well.
Still, I have cookies for snack.
No water. No water yet. We don't have any. Honestly, when you look at the pond right now, it's pretty blocked from any water getting in here. The way this pond is going to fill up, we're relying very heavily on our watershed, which is the hill behind us here. We have a very large hilltop here, and we're going to run all that water down into this pond. But to do that, we need to put in some swales to catch this water. And that'll be our next phase of this project, is putting in swales. But we're not gonna get to that yet. Once the pond is ready, we can put the swales in. But today's job is actually over here. Today we have to finish up all these piles of fill along the side of the pond. They're actually blocking any rainwater from getting in here. And so they all got to get out of here. And also we're gonna create our bay area where our little kids can splash and play. We're gonna have a very shallow bay here where the little ones can come in and have fun without worrying about the water getting too deep too fast. So today we dig Little Kid Bay. Better name for that? Little Bay?
Little kids.
Bay of the little kids. Lord of the Flies Bay. Let's get digging.
Good morning. Austin, I'm doing this for you because I love you. I'm vlogging. All right, almost November. Austin's working on the pond, hoping to finish that up this week, which would be really nice because these early mornings are starting to be challenging for me to do everything myself. And once the snow comes, everything will be even harder. Hi, fans. Here's Freddie. Freddie. Good morning. Oh, you want to eat that strap? It looks like food. Are you hungry, girl? Are you hungry, girl? Fancy's ready. Waiting patiently. All right, first things first. Let's get the chickens fed so they stay out of my way. Also have to remember to put in a feed order today, because I went to Tractor Supply. The difference in feed prices between getting it in bulk from our local feed mill was a lot. So I'll call them today. Get everybody their feed for the next couple months. I don't know how to do this. It's gonna make you nauseous. Austin already ate all the eggs today, so I have no breakfast. Yum. Maybe tomorrow I can have an egg. All right, everybody out. I get them out of the way, and then I get all my milking gear hooked up. And we'll bring Fancy in.
Okay, so I mentioned all this material here is blocking all our rainwater from getting down in our pond. So we have to move all this material, and right now we only have the Gradall and the dozer, so we're kind of pushing it, and it's really becoming a mountain. Now I just got a phone call saying we're running out of time with Danny and these machines here. So we just got to get moving this stuff today. I honestly don't know how we're gonna move all this stuff if all I have is these two machines and Danny's leaving soon. So I got to figure out how to get it out of the way though, because we need this to be gone so the rainwater actually fills our pond. Otherwise we just have a big ditch. So one important bit of maintenance for your machines is putting some grease in them. It keeps everything working right. And this is something we do every morning. We grease up all the moving parts on the machine. You got this little grease gun, and you find all these little grease nipples. So you have these little grease nipples. You pop this on, and then you just give it a couple squeezes from the tube. And what it does is it forces grease inside to all the moving parts. Can I get to that one? Fired right up. Phew! Today, we're gonna bring in some backup. We gotta move a lot of dirt and we gotta do it fast. We only have a couple more days with Danny, so I gotta get this done quick. So we're gonna bring in some help.
One of those things every morning I'm kind of going over how we're going to do this at the new homestead when we don't have the one big barn functioning as like our storage, our stalls, our milk room. Trying to figure out like where's the feed gonna go at the new place and where's our milk room gonna be. Will I be able to have a milker right away? Or is that going to be something I got to get used to hand milking again? Should I start practicing now? With the baby, it's been so nice to have the milker, because Austin can be in with her. An older kid could be putting her down for a nap, and I'm in and done by the time she wakes up. Hand milking takes more time. Fancy gets her drain. Fancy gets a mix of, right now it's like a pellet with then some corn, some oats. I do a beet pulp and also some alfalfa pellets. So she gets kind of a mixed ration. The mini Jersey girls can milk without much input, but Fancy needs a bit more of an input since she's a higher producer cow. Just a larger cow in general. She stays here. If you notice, Fancy doesn't try to get to the calf or anything. We pulled the calf at birth, and oh, good girl, you went in the right way. So for the first week, Fancy would see the calf and she'd moo, but after the hormones wore off, she's happy cow in the pasture, doesn't need her calf near her. Doesn't know any different either. As long as she's getting fed, she's happy.
what we affectionately call the wiggle wagon. This is a site truck that we're gonna use to move all the berm that's in the way of the water coming down our watershed so that the pond can actually fill. This thing has come just in time. We got this rainy day. It's not raining hard yet. We gotta move all this soil before it gets too wet, because if it gets too wet, it gets too hard to work with. And once we move this berm, water can actually get down in that pond and start filling it. We're gonna move as much dirt as we can. So we're gonna use the wiggle wagon, we're gonna fill it, go and put dirt elsewhere on the property. We actually have some areas that need to still be filled by the dam, and even up by where we want our house, we have to make a big berm so there's some privacy. So this thing came just in time, so I'm gonna jump in and start filling. The wiggle wagon is here to save the day.
I think it did there. Alright, take this off. Let's see. Nice. Okay, baby one's fed now. She's hungry. Fancy out. Fancy usually takes a little bit of time after done milking to finish eating. Doesn't like to be rushed. Nope, don't rush. Next up, pigs. Pigs. All right, this is gonna be impossible to do. Holding grandma, it's like somebody should have brought a tripod. She's busting down the door. Would you stop? Ferocious. Nobody has my patience. One of my biggest joys about having cows are taking care of the calves. I love them. So, I don't have to do this, but anytime I have time outside when I'm doing chores, I like to open up the middle paddock here and give her a little time to run because she thinks she's a little thoroughbred. She's being a good girl. She's actually eating hay right now. Big girl. She finished her bottle, now she's eating her hay. Open her up. The big cows out there. Oh, you're fast, girl. Oh, you're fast, girl. You're gonna be a race cow someday. old timer chickens die, our old rooster. We had a hen die earlier this week. So everybody's, I feel like this is the bring out your dead cart right now. Between the dead rooster and 3 dead mice. Bring out your dead. Sometimes in homesteading, feels like every day this week I've got another dead animal. Nothing too shocking or unexpected, like they're all older chickens, but they come in waves.
Not dead. What? Nothing. Use your knife. I'm not dead.
The reason it's such a big deal we got this wiggle wagon here is because it's such a much more efficient way to move material around a building site. So right now we have one excavation machine, a Greydall, and this thing is a beast. It is just hauling so much material. I'm really enjoying this Greydall. A bulldozer is a very powerful machine that can really push dirt, but a bulldozer is slow, and every pass you can only take so much. You have to travel the same path with just that blade's width each time. Having a big site truck here allows us to much more quickly, much more efficiently move a lot of material, which is what we're using it for right now. The stuff that we're moving today is all this shale material that we've been digging up in the backside of this pond. It will not hold water. It's a great material. Somebody mentioned in the comments, I thought it was pretty funny, how we were crying, we were looking so hard for clay, and where they live, all they have is clay soil, and they would give anything for some well-draining shale, they said. A lot of areas on this property that we can use the shale material, but not where we want the pond. But moving it with the bulldozer would take forever, be very, very inefficient. And because we're running out of time here with both Danny and some of these machines, it's really important that we just be as efficient as possible. And being able to get this wiggle wagon here has made us much more efficient. And maybe you're wondering, how did this wiggle wagon magically appear? So we're very fortunate there to have family members who are generous with the machines and letting us use them. This wiggle wagon was not available. It was actually for sale, and someone had said, yep, I'm going to come buy it. And so it was just not available. We never thought we were going to be able to use it. But the person who was going to buy it changed their mind. Silver lining for us, we get to use it for a little while. We're very, very grateful. We're going to try to just use it now while we have it quickly, and that way if it suddenly isn't available to us anymore, that's okay, we'll be done with it. So today we're just gonna haul.
Okay, one more thing I gotta do that I didn't really think about doing today, but the rain kind of reminded me, is the goats and the sheep don't have any sort of shelter in the field, and they hate the rain, the goats especially. So I'm gonna take the tractor, run up to the field with the forks, we have a calf hutch, pig hut up there. I'm gonna bring it down for the goats. So I grabbed a cookie, now I gotta go. I don't not know how to operate a tractor, but I don't do it very much. Usually Austin is here. What's the worst that could happen? My goodness. Who leaves the air blasting like this? Sheesh. Nothing broke. Girls are gonna think I'm letting them out, but I'm not. I gotta get this hutch down to the house.
But you've opened that door.
hope we can do this all with the forks. That's my goal. It's not gonna work to do it that way. There's no way that's gonna work. What I'm gonna have to do is, I think, don't know how to do this. Just trying to figure out how. I think I gotta. Hi. How's it going? I have a question for you. How do I move one of the pig calf hutches with the tractor? Yeah. Oh, and then tilt it back. Okay, so put the forks in through the front door and lift it up. Not underneath it, right? But like at the top of the door. Okay? I would have thought of that eventually. I can do this now. Thank you. Love you, bye. Goes in through the door. I never would have guessed it of him. It's so traditional. All right, let's see if it works. Yay! All right, that worked. Now, let's see if I can get it back to the barn without dropping it. We made it!
This is going great with the wiggle wagon. I'm filling it high. Danny's taking it and dumping it in other areas of the property that we actually need the soil, like over there where the hunting blind is. Soon we're going to be bringing it up and forming a berm by where we're going to put our house, which we really want for privacy. There's only one problem. It is starting to rain again. And with every bit of rain that falls on this material, it gets heavier and heavier, to the point where eventually it would get so heavy we wouldn't be able to really do this efficiently. Loading the wiggle wagon with heavy wet mud would slow us down a lot. So we got to try to get this done before this rain comes and makes everything a lot heavier. So we're hauling and hauling and hauling. I got to keep throwing this. Well, we're making some awesome progress with the wiggle wagon. We are almost done moving that entire pile that I was sitting on top of. This gets really hard when you're loading a truck from an elevated pile. It's easy when you have this big long pile, you sit on top of it with the grate all and you scoop it and you load it. But as you get to the end, you're essentially like scooping up your platform, so you're running out of platform. It's like, I don't know, it's like you're walking a plank on a ship. You know, you're getting closer and closer to the end of the plank and you're like trying to stay on the ship. I guess that came to mind because I'm listening to my favorite podcast right now, History That Doesn't Suck, and I'm listening to naval battles. Walking the plank just came to mind. It's the best illustration I could think of. I'm gonna hop in, finish up, load the last little pile here, And then we're done. That was awesome. We got so much moved today. Late night tonight. It's getting dark. Trying to just go so we can be done. So when I lose Danny, if I lose machines, whatever I lose, I gotta be finished. And having that wiggle wagon, well, it helped a ton. We moved the entire berm pile that was here. Now you're like, wait, there's a pile right there. Well, that's because we had enough time when we were done. I went back down in the pond and I finished doing the pond dig to about 98%. So I'll have to come in here tomorrow and smooth it out a little bit, get a bit more of a taper in some of these areas so that it's a gentle slope. And then we got to take the dozer and push down the sides. But we are so close to being done with this pond. I mean, look at it. It looks like it's just coming together. And that's good for so many reasons. First and foremost, because it's raining. And the quicker we're done with this pond, the quicker we can start catching water and be good. But also, I'm not sure exactly when I'm losing the machines. I got Danny, I think, for one more day. So, tomorrow, gotta finish digging and put in some pipes. We gotta put in the stand pipe, we gotta put in the drain pipe. Big push. Finish the pond tomorrow.